Hey guys, Lucid here. It is Tuesday, November 10th, the wonderful release date of Fallout 4, and I just got the Witcher Wild Hunt limited edition Gwent set. Came in the mail about an hour ago while I was eating breakfast, and I said, "Oh my god, you know what? Why don't I create a special unboxing video to show off what comes inside the game?" This was actually upon the release of the Hearts of Stone expansion pass for The Witcher, physical editions received a card. I believe if you pre-ordered the physical set, you got the card set for Gwent, but I didn't around the time of its release, and I actually had the Witcher 3 with the DLC expansion pass already included on the PlayStation Store. And what do you call it? It sucked at the time when I thought I was screwed, and I didn't want to repurchase the DLC until, they released this special announcement saying, look, for those of you who have already purchased the game digitally with the Seasons Pass, as long as you take a picture of it and send us proof, then, you could have a chance at winning a Gwent set if you so choose. Now, the thing about this is, at the time, it's probably long gone now, but this was very limited. So, I mean, you could have, signed up and sent them your proof of purchasing the DLC pass, but it wasn't guaranteed that you would be getting a Gwent set. They were pretty much on a first come, first serve basis. But as soon as I seen the announcement, I just went for it. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt introduced a brand new card game that I guess was brand new to the series. I didn't play the other two games, so I would have no idea, but regardless, I fell in love with it, and I'm sure many of you out there who played the game fell in love with it too. The only problem was, if you played enough of it and you got all the good cards, you pretty much destroyed all the NPC characters that you came across. Once you learned the algorithms and how they play, it was pretty much a surefire win. So, they didn't have a multiplayer component, but this pretty much takes over for that, assuming you have, a friend that you want to introduce to the game. I definitely look forward to teaching Ash how to play this. But yeah, let's get right into the boxing. This costed me about $17. It was being shipped over from the US. No, not the US. Actually, yeah, I think it was the US. Regardless, $17 with shipping and handling. I live here in Canada, Ontario, Canada, and yeah, it took about, I would say, a month from the release date to get here. So the wait was a long one, but here it is. So this is the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Gwent set. Let's turn it off to the back and see what we get here. So the limited edition set contains, let me focus in, contains a Gwent guide. So for newcomers who don't know how to play, or if you're introducing anyone to the game and its rules, then you can refer to that and teach them. Comes with the Monsters Gwent deck, the Squietel Gwent deck, Gwent tokens. Every time you win, it's what is it? The best out of two. The best out of two. So those tokens, you pretty much place one down when either player wins a round. And I believe it comes with the collector's box, and yeah. So Gwent card game. Gwent is a fast-paced card game. Oh, let me hold it steady there. It's a fast-paced card game that can be played within the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and now, thanks to the contents of this box, with your friends in the comfort of your home. The box contains everything you need to start playing. 154 masterfully crafted playing cards, monsters and Squietel decks, games and token and manuals. Okay, whatever. I didn't read that right, whatever. Available separately. Yeah, so it was a big incentive to purchasing the game physically. But regardless, it doesn't matter. Expansion requires base game. Okay, well, that wasn't new information. So I haven't gotten a chance to look inside this, but I did make a small incision here at the side. Let me just put this down for a second. Yeah, so I really enjoyed Gwent. I don't know what it was, but I found myself getting lost in the game, playing, just trying to catch all the goddamn cards. It turned into Pokemon. I wanted to see everything that these Gwent cards could possibly bring to the table, and all the DLC expansions, or yeah, and the small DLC. You know, every time they added new cards, I couldn't believe it. I loved it. So this is the box that it comes in. Oh man, so nice, so nice. Let's pop this bad boy open. Winner of over 200 awards, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt expansion, Hearts of Stone. Oh, so this is just a little synopsis of what would be going down in the Heart of Stone expansion, assuming you didn't get it and you want to. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. We're gonna come back to that later. So this is the game guide here. I'm sure many of you who are getting this already know how to play, but for those who haven't and don't know, feel free to do it. Start up. Pretty much the basis of the game is to just overpower your opponent. And you have, things like spell cards or things that would act like spell cards that would help you lower the power of your enemy and vice versa. It's a really cool game, there's a lot of heart and a lot of there's a lot of heart that went into creating it, I would like to think, It's not just any game that you could jump in and play. Oh man. It's a nice thick deck. Look at that. So that's the monster side. And this is the squad cell. Oh goddamn. This is great. So they're all individually packaged. Hold on, this is like a separate. Oops. So you got your gems. 100. Is that like the power rating? Like if you win, that's what you would place down? I'm not too sure. I'll have to reread the paper over here. The rules might be going in a little more depth in the game. The last thing the game wanted to do was bore you with tutorials on how to play things, and it was pretty straightforward once you played a few rounds of it. So yeah, why don't I pop these cards open and let's take a look. Hold on. Whoa. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. There's a lot of fucking cards here. Let me throw this off to the side. The monster deck, pretty much like a big rush deck. You'd spend a lot of time. It had a lot of these frenzy cards. So if you play one, and it has like the similar name, it would call in similar monsters from the deck. Wow, my god. I gotta focus on these. The art. Oh my god. At first when I started, I really wanted to use... every card has a special... Stay the fuck away. Yeah, every card has a cool little description. Pretty much the exact same premise in the Witcher 3, They all got like this really cool little lore hidden at the bottom there. Siege cards would be placed at the back. Range cards would be placed in the middle. Melee cards placed at the front, etc. The monster deck always specialized in, it had a little bit of variety with the cards, but once you got the whole fucking deck for close combat, the power would just overwhelm you. That with what the hell is it called? Like the hero's trumpet or some bullshit. And it doubles the strength. Oh my god. So these would be examples of the spell cards. So Biting Frost, if you played this down, it would revert all your close combat guys down to the attack power of 1. Oh, this by the way is it's a spy card. So you play this on the opposite side of your opponent, but you also get to pick up, 2 cards or so. It doesn't tell you that on the card though. So I guess in the manual over there, you'd have to take a look at the symbols and judge it like that. But regardless, if you have someone there who knows how to play the game, then you should be good to go. Shit, man, a GoPro would be really good right now, because I can't Oh my fucking god. Here's a hero card. Siri. Cirilla, Fiona, Ellen, Rhiannon. God damn, man, the art is ridiculous. Yeah, you know, the monster deck is pretty much the last deck that you would start accumulating in the game. And I really wanted it at first, but here's the card. This doubles the strength of, you know, where you can place this in any lane, and it doubles the strength of all cards. Some really cool stuff, you know? Hold on. Just spread it out here. Take a look. Oh, look at that. Geralt smack dab in the middle of the deck. Can't talk today. I got Fallout 4 running in my living room. Oh, shit. My god. Too much cards to really go through it all. But I figured I would just show this off. Pretty cool. Wyvern, Yennefer. I wish the legendary cards, because in game, cards like the special characters like this, they'd have, you know, like a cool, like golden border. They don't have it here, but I guess the little spiked edges around their attack number would show the difference between a legendary and a standard. Yeah, shit. What was I saying before? I wanted the monster deck so badly because it just seemed like a cool deck. But once I unlocked it, I actually really enjoyed the Squietel deck a little bit better. That became my favorite deck, so I look forward to using that, teaching Asch how to play. Oh man, these are some nice cards. And I guess I should, you know, show off some of the cards for Squietel. Just give me another moment, please. Okay, so at the back of the Squietel deck, it actually gives you, where is it? It actually gives you the little definitions of what the symbols do. So as long as you keep that handy, then you'll never forget the special abilities that all the cards have. If it has a special ability. I kind of wish it came with the Northern Realms and the shit. What was the other one? I can't remember. I played the game so much and I can't remember it. I don't even care. I always use the Squietel deck, so it doesn't matter. But, you know, I kind of wish it came with the you know, the other decks, because there was 2 more. This is great. Don't get me wrong. This is great, but they added, you know, a little bit more variety. So this must be where you keep score on the games here. I don't know. It'll be fun to fool around with. Squietel, Arrows, Avalok. Some cards are, you know, doubles, but hey, you can build your deck like so. You can have as many cards as you want in the deck, but as far as, you know, playing the game in The Witcher, you know, the more cards you had, the less of a chance you had at pulling out legendaries and the cards that you needed. So, you know, make your deck accordingly, and, you know, to your playstyle, and you're good to go. Like the Squietel had special cards that had this this little arrow here, with the 2 arrows, and that basically means that you can place them in either the close combat range or the or the, you know, the range section. So the middle or the front row. Biting Frost. Got those cards. Some really good looking stuff, man. Oh my god, these cards are beautiful, high quality. Clear Weather would take out the effects of cards like Biting Frost. That would turn all your minions' attack powers to 1. Clear Weather gets rid of all that. There's a lot. I was so blown away by the amount of strategy it actually took to play the game. I only wish, and I'm sure many of you wish the same thing too, that you know, they created an online portion. Like the game, The Witcher itself didn't have to be online, but just that alone would have been so cool. You know, placing your best decks against other people, kind of like Hearthstone. Because I mean, Gwent's a great goddamn game, and it doesn't take long at all. To be honest with you, sometimes it might be based on RNG, but regardless, it's all strategy and how you play the cards. Decoys pretty much let you swap out, whatever card. So if I play this guy, and the round's finishing, and I want to, save this attack power, then I would play the decoy, and it would put this card right back in my hand, so I could use it for the next round. Oh my god, this is some pretty cool stuff, man. I'm just gonna skip up here. So whatever you see inside the game, this is also another Ithane. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea. There's also another legendary card. Legendary cards aren't affected. Not only do they have massive power scores, but they're not affected by cards like Biting Frost or, the fog or the pouring rain. So that's pretty cool. Elven Skirmisher. This is another Frenzy card that lets you call upon other guys. It's kind of crazy, like when you see all these cards, like they're here. I have a Wrath. It's another legendary. Pretty much includes all of the cards. I played so much Gwent, and I never got the trophy for beating everyone. Torrential Rain, that's the one. So if you have any siege cards, the cards that go the farthest to the back, then it'll turn those cards into, one attack powers. Really, Zoltan Chevet. My god. These are your hero cards. So every deck has a special hero. Oh, hold on, let me just put these back. Yeah, every deck has a special hero. Or a set of 4 heroes that all have their own unique abilities. Does it show you which one here? Oh yeah, it does. Francesca Findabair, Queen of Dol Blathana. Destroy your enemy's strongest units if the combined strength of all of his or her units is 10 or more. I'm having a hard time speaking today. Yeah, so they all have different... you can only pick one hero card for the deck that you choose. So you know what? Create your deck and choose a card, a hero card that, goes well with what you're doing. So if you're gonna have a hero card that, doubles that doubles the strength of all your ranged units, make sure you have, clear weather cards and things of that nature, just in case someone plays, and what the hell is that card called? Impenetrable Fog? The Fog card reduces all your ranged units to 1, but yeah, you want to make sure you have cards that, have synergy with one another. That's the point I'm trying to get at. I'm not like the fucking Gwent master, but for whoever's watching, whoever chooses to watch, there's a lot of stuff to be found. There's a lot of great games to be found here. But yeah, I didn't expect this to take so long. I wish I could have showed off all the cards, but I'm holding my iPod in my right hand, and it's pretty difficult to show them all off one hand. It would take too long. Even then, still took too long. But regardless, this is the Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone Gwent card set, Squietel and Monsters deck. Yeah, this is some cool stuff. The cards don't feel cheap at all. The artwork is beautiful. And you know what? If you and a friend love card games, or a group of friends who love card games, Gwent is by far one of the most fun games I've played. And I'm so glad that the guys at CD Projekt Red designed something that was so different from your typical card game. They really created a keeper here. Yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the card game, I don't think you're going to have any questions, to be honest with you. But, yeah, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'm Lucid, and I'm signing out.